Good day guys, Mark here again and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, you love cars, DIYs and anything car related, please consider subscribing and check out my playlist. On today's video guys, I'm going to share with you on how to replace the air can belt and the alternator belt for your Hyundai Eon. The last time I replaced mine was 40,000 kilometers, so I'm at 79,400 kilometers. I thought of just replacing it ahead of time. My personal duration in terms of replacing the AC and alternator belt is every 40,000 kilometers, or every 2 years, whichever comes first. Again, it's going 80,000, so that's another 40k. I'm gonna show you what's the status of the belt once I'm able to remove the old belts. Alright guys, so for the DIY you need your jack, cardboard where you can lie down, tire wrench. Where's the tire? So the tire wrench, the belt that you're gonna use, and a screwdriver, and I do believe a size 10mm socket wrench. First thing to do would be to jack up the car and remove the passenger tire, front passenger tire on your car. So that's what we're going to do first. Eventually. Alright guys, so after jacking up the car, always put the mag wheels underneath the vehicle for extra safety, since we'll be working underneath the vehicle. And then you'll need to remove the cover, which would be this one, the plastic cover. It's being held up by two size 10mm bolt and a push pin lock, using a Phillips type of screw. So we'll remove the one of the two bolts first. So this is the first one, this one, and then one would be at the bottom, which would be this one, that one. Okay, and then there's a lock. Right, so let's see if we can get the camera angle right. Okay, so we'll remove the first bolt. So this is actually the same process. If you remember when I replaced the timing belt a few months ago, it's actually the same. So I'm now removing the second bolt underneath. There we go. This is the first one, and this is the second. Alright guys, so let's do the alternator first. Okay. Let's see if that's good. All right, perfect. So let's remove the tensioner completely. All right, and then compressor. So I think it would be easier for us to loosen that up underneath the car. All right, guys. So remove the pivot bolt for the compressor, which is this one. Okay, and then loosen this two size 12 millimeter bolt so you can move the compressor freely like that. See, and then you should be able to remove the AC belt. Let's all right. So let me see if I can remove it one hand so you guys can see it clearly. Okay. So push the compressor inwards. So it's hard to do using one hand. I need to use both. So this is your AC belt. For the alternator, guys, it's actually the same process. You'll need to loosen up the bolt that's holding your alternator, which is let me use an extension. Okay, so which would be this one and okay. You know what? Let me just use the closed wrench. So it's size 12 millimeter, guys. Okay. Okay. Once that's loose, let me show it to you guys. So you just need to loosen this up. The compressor or the alternator will be loose and you should be able to remove the belt. Okay, so let's do a visual inspection of the belt after 40,000 kilometers.
A few moments later.
Alright, so this is the alternator belt. This is actually an original belt which I purchased way back in Manila, I think last year. So in order for you to inspect the belt, you'll need to kink it like this and check for visible cracks. Okay. So far so good. Aside from that one, a metal braid sticking out. You see that one in the middle. Okay, so not good. Anyways, I'm gonna replace it. So this is your AC belt, which is pretty dirty. This is actually a victim of ash fall, so it's really dirty. I'm not seeing any, huge visible cracks, but again, my personal duration would be 40,000 kilometers. So it depends on you guys on when will you replace those belts. And by the way, the AC belt is already noisy, even if I already adjusted the tension twice, so I might as well replace it. Okay, so this is the new one. It's a Bando. Let's see, that's Bando. All right, so let's go ahead and replace both, shall we? All right, guys. So I'm already able to replace the alternator belt. Um, all you need to do is actually put the belt first on the alternator, the water pump pulley, and then the crankshaft pulley. You'll need an extra hand pushing the alternator or pulling from upwards. I needed to put down the camera so I can use both hands. So that's the new belt, which is the Bando. See, okay, and then we'll do the compressor, the AC compressor belt. All right, so let me see if hopefully you guys can see this. So this is the new AC compressor belt. So this is much easier compared to the alternator. So this one, you just need to put the new belt on the compressor, then pull it inwards towards the crankshaft pulley, and a bit more. There we go. Perfect. So that's the new belt for the AC. All right, so now we'll need to put the tensioners first before tightening up the bolts right here and there. Okay, and then after that we'll adjust the tension, or rather check the tension, and then we'll start the engine and see if there's unnecessary or unwanted noise. Okay. Alright guys, so let's do the alternator tensioner first. The reason why is because the bolt for the alternator will need to tighten that after we are able to adjust the tension on the, or rather the tensioner for your alternator. So since this is still completely loose, you can just tighten it by hand first, and then okay, so let's use the ratchet. So always remember guys, the 90 degrees rule when setting tension of the AC and the alternator belt. Let's check. A bit more. Perfect. So now, time to tighten the pivot bolt, which is this one, to secure it in place. Okay, and then the bolt for the alternator. So I'm not gonna move you guys so you guys can see what I'm going to do. Alright guys, so that's the tensioner. See, it's easier to align the hole up here like that. See, so now let's tighten the pivot bolt a bit and then adjust the tension, guys. Alright guys, so I'm actually just tightening up the pivot bolt for the tensioner, the one that I showed you on the top. This is the third to the last step that we'll be doing, or rather fourth, because we'll need to return the tires. Okay, let's see. Yep, I think that's good. And then we'll do the adjustment of the tension, guys, because this, guys, is really loose. Okay, you guys stay right there. So for this one, try to tighten it by hand first, guys. All right, perfect. And then using your ratchet, adjust the tension, guys. All right, so using your ratchet, guys, again, adjust the tension, or rather tighten the tension bolt for the compressor until you are able to get the correct tension. Let's see. So that's a bit loose, so let me see if I can still tighten this by hand. I guess not. So we'll do it this way. Alright, we're getting there, guys. Bit more. Few more. Let's check. Let's see. Few more, guys. Just a bit more. Because I'm still able to twist it way past 90 degrees. Let's check. Perfect. Alright, so now don't forget to tighten the pivot bolt, guys. It's hard to work underneath the car, especially if you're using eyeglasses, guys, and not to mention poor vision. And perfect. Now the bolts for the compressor, which would be this too. I do believe that's a size 12. Let's do the first one. And the second one should be this. Let's use the ratchet. Alright guys, so these are the old belts. As you can see, it's the old belt. and we'll start Barney for the first time, and it's a cold engine, so we should be able to hear any unwanted noise on the belt if it's loose or if it's too tight. Let's see. I'm not hearing anything. Let's switch on the AC. Perfect. So there's no noise, no nothing. Gonna let's go to the engine bay. So those are new belts. No noise, no nothing, no squeaking, no butt like noise. And I'm going inside to cool down, guys. It's hot. All right, so that's it for me today, guys, and that's how you replace the alternator and the air conditioning belt. I do have a separate video for the timing belt replacement, but it's not for newbies, not for first-time DIYers, not for people who has no idea how the engine works. I would suggest you guys have it done by a trained professional. At least the video is actually just for education. At least you guys have an idea how it's done and what needs to be done, just in case you've decided to have your timing belt replaced. So yeah, that's it for me today. Again, this is Mark. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you guys on our next video. And by the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe. I would appreciate it if you can subscribe and share any of my videos on your page or on your group, on your profile, anything. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you guys for all your support. And by the way, there is an upcoming big event for me, and I hope that Hyundai in Cavite will be able to, you know, accommodate this in their busy schedule for me to shoot a video on their location. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and see you on our next vlog.